My mic etiquette, garbage. My mic etiquette, garbage. Of that one stream. Etiquette. I do feel like there's a good kind of like would do that. Twisted would do a hot Twisted would do a hot tub stream just to Twisted would do a hot tub stream just to hot tub stream just to Alright, I'm not. For a second I thought, oh no, my job right now, is it? Fuck! Yeah, you could do that now. And you could do that now. And get started on the brownies. And get started on the brownies. And then start on dinner. Bruh, we did a fundraiser chase a couple weeks ago for storm recovery charity. We legit all chased in banana hammocks a couple weeks ago for storm recovery charity. We legit all chased in banana hammocks, combat boots, and a cowboy hat. That is in a cowboy hat. That's something. And what exactly that something is, you know? Who's to say? Okay. Okay. Wanted in almond milk. Too thick. Too, well, actually, that was, well, not too thick. It got just too many calories. Too many calories. Nothing but the most from the Twisted Aviator, ladies and gentlemen. The most cerebrally, intellectually gifted person on the planet. Twisted Aviator, everybody. Alright. Oh my god, it's 5 hours. What? Yeah. Alright. Keep the fact I'm intelligent and hidden. People expect shit from you. Why I act stupid? Is it sort of a natural overplay funeral and funeral and weddings. Wait a minute. You've heard people what now?
When someone gets married, they say, we've all got to go sometime.
Oh, yeah, they act like, yeah. Yeah, and here we have Twisted. Wedding, funeral, basically the same result.
What about the point I just made?
How's it going, Liv? Hope you're doing.
I've been
Quick. Does anyone on stream hear Panda? Oh, hang on.
Panda.
I like how.
Panda.
Oh.
you.
I thought I saw the fifth person pop in, but he didn't. It was just race car.
The fuck are you talking about? Race car's not here.
Oh, did you clone his voice?
Are you serious? Come on. Race car may be good at stuff, but he's not going to clone my voice to that extent.
That's a nifty little from whoever.
You.
Come on, Panda. I guess I'll give you that.
Forget it. Damn.
Right.
Yeah. Give me recordings of recorded time.
RO.
No thank you.
Up, fuckers?
There we go. Okay, never mind. Mr.
And now we
Soul.
know who's muting me.
Wait a minute. Wolf.
What?
I'm much too for
Things happen.
I'm glad that you give me the.
AI.
It's my time to do it.
No, I'm still here.
AI.
It's my time to do it.
No, I'm still here.
So am I.
I am so. I'm incensed and a little bit perturbed.
What's there to be perturbed about? I'm not understanding the.
You sound like you're going to have a brain aneurysm or something.
Sounds like, are you?
Well, I mean, if you keep thinking too hard like that, something's going to pop.
I don't think he's.
That was Race Car's voice coming from Race Car's profile.
Like, why do you think that I'm so confused? Wolf, in case you didn't know who I was.
Are you really gonna try to gaslight me right now and pretend that your voice, Wolf, wasn't coming from Race Car's profile?
I didn't say that.
That's
Location?
No.
Something tells me there's some trickery.
I'm outside smoking a cigarette.
Both of you turn your fucking cameras.
I said I'm outside smoking a cigarette.
Race Car?
Yes.
Hold on, I'm being retarded. See, I'm right here in my dining room.
Which, for all I know, could be Wolf's dining room, and Wolf could be right outside.
I was really sunburned.
Okay.
I promise you, he is not in Texas. Cigarette.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
What?
not outside.
I mean, let's.
I'm getting.
Wait, Ted Cruz is in the chat?
Panda actually just think for a second that some.
Joking.
Okay, how many times have you watched me change? This is okay. How many times have you watched me change? This isn't anything new. This isn't anything new. Because I don't smoke in my house, so I smoke in my office.
Tisk, you know that shit's not good for you. Couldn't understand a word of that. Couldn't understand a word of that.
I'm old enough to know better, but also old enough to know better, but also old enough to not care. Not care.
Did switch names.
My facial hair.
Did switch names.
My facial hair.
Bad.
Switch names.
My facial hair.
Bad.
They're in the same.
Bad.
They're in the same goddamn location. I fucking fucking. They were in the same fucking location. Fucking. They were in the same fucking location. Being gaslit. You guys should have.
No, I'm on vacation tonight before I finish the rest of the way tomorrow.
The first time you guys have met in real life.
My path hasn't the way tomorrow.
The first time you guys have met in real life.
My path hasn't
Like butthurt or anything. Like that was a genuine part of it. Stream.
Germany.
But I'm here. I can win. That's the rules.
Debates I could win.
So now.
In
As long as we're
Don't let me do it.
vegan.
Sketch.
Boost here, will you have that for a very quick
you
vegan?
sketch.
Boost here, will you have that for a very quick,
You should smell it too.
right?
That here, and I've got here, and I've gotten to have some cake.
Were you, hey, Wolf, were you about to ask me if I even tried? Were you about to ask me if I even tried?
Yes, yeah. Yes, yeah.
Wait, and then did you say... Wait, and then did you say, did you even try? No, I didn't. Did you even try? No, I didn't. It does seem... It does seem to consume many a father. To consume many a father. Like the House of the Rising Sun.
The dairy aisle at my Walmart. Never saw him again. Aisle at my Walmart. Never saw him again.
Wait. Wait. Ads go to the store for ads go to the store for milk and never come back.
Minotaur specifically.
I haven't dropped a single cake tonight.
Oh, it's been a minute since we've done one of these.
It's his love for grannies that seals. It's his love for grannies that seals his fate. He's mysterious about that bingo crowd lady season, crowd lady season. Old school crow, he don't care. School crow, he don't care. We're the series, just a number, baby. Don't you see? He's just a number, baby. Don't you see? He's got bad tail, got bad tail.
The AI that wrote it.
The AI vote.
The AI that wrote it.
The AI vote. No, you still have full. No, you still have full.
Right up that one. Right up that one.
It's quirky my heart up. It's quirky my heart up.
Yeah.
Bands like the
Damn.
indeed
Or you
That's
should.
mad.
hurts
Damn.
indeed
Or you
That's
should.
mad.
hurts and what hurt Peter would be very
Oh,
good at.
Full song.
Screaming, bro. Hey.
Just thunder winds and warning, so never leave you. Lies where the wild is with. Lies where the wild is with.
Bed.
With AI, the stuff that you
Yeah.
video.
Footage and stuff.
Will be the end of like
I think what's gonna placed by AI to
you know
So I think all of those.
gonna placed by AI to
you know
So I think all of those.
assimilate it into immediately is that the no matter what your talent, no majors, they were all humanity majors. Like they or
Yeah.
is that the no matter what your talent, no majors, they were all humanity majors. Like they or
Yeah.
humanity majors. Like they or
Yeah.
humanities majors. Now that everyone has equal talent, everyone doesn't it. So keep now that everyone has equal talent, everyone doesn't it. So keep advocating for communism because it came from, now that everyone has equal talent, everyone doesn't it. So keep advocating for communism because it came from equity. Advocating for communism because it came from equity because this is what it's like to work for your entire public ownership equity because this is what it's like to work for your entire public ownership of the means of production
dig it.
I would say that.
Yeah, I fucking left it. I at least the leftist fucking commie asshole art majors. At least the leftist fucking commie asshole art majors got it, because I've been dealing with them for. The leftist fucking commie asshole art majors got it, because I've been dealing with them for decades.
No, that's talking about automation. Oh, you'll learn the code. Oh.
You have to learn to code. You can just tell an AI to do it for you.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
have it do everything for you.
You have to learn to code. You can just tell an AI to do it for you.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
have it do everything for you.
Listen.
Fuck it, you know? Like, it's what kills me. It's like, why bother you? Fuck it, you know? Like, Like, it's what kills me. It's like, why bother learn an instrument? Crescendo on the fucking piano. Why bother train your voice? Why bother do anything? Just plug it into a computer and have it done in 5 seconds. Like, it kind of kills my soul a little bit because it's like, man.
In that field whatsoever. There's no way I could create.
Have to sit
Or
there
you,
and like,
or you would have to pay.
Tried.
You would have to pay a human, which is
Well,
better.
If I want money off it, I will pay somebody to do it.
It would be great if there
Well,
was a way to
I would
remunerate
say,
it.
Twisted, that this is the kind of thing that you invest in first.
But
I'm with Twisted.
That's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to have somebody write a song for you and record it. Are you kidding me? That's thousands of dollars.
Yeah, but what
not
sucks
really. Actually, I've had 20 seconds of audio. Okay,
How
15
much is it going to
minutes.
cost me to make 15 minutes?
If you some guy in the Philippines, $200, $300.
I don't want some.
So I'm gonna go.
He said
with
no.
Wait, why are we paying?
free from AI than spend the money to something cost you, many hundred.
Bingo.
It still owns some amount of those rights.
Were trained off of artists, completely stolen from them, and they will never like. It's like having your. And then all of a sudden, it's just my channel good. It makes my website put musicians and artists.
I ever did start making, but
It
when
would be
I'm
wonderful if
streaming
you
to
could.
3 or 4 people,
Yeah.
making
I
nothing, I'm not going to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to have music created.
Or
That's a
even
failed
For something
business
that I'm
model.
just dabbling in. For
Or-
something
or
I'm
even
just dabbling in.
or even tens of dollars, and that's just the goddamn of it. Unfortunately, is that even if even if it was a 1 cent of difference, most people won't. Which means that people won't bother learn how to be artists anymore. They won't sit there and learn how to play an instrument and callous their fingers on a guitar. They won't sit there and learn how to stroke exactly the right note on a violin because that is
Oh,
hard.
she's
and
waxing
frustrating.
poetic, guys.
Yeah,
They
I'm
won't.
fucking.
You gotta
I am
pull
drunk,
along.
and I will fucking defend art.
But I,
No, no,
until
no.
I die.
like
Hey,
me, I
I'm
have
artist.
no.
Hold on.
I have absolutely zero artistic skill. I could not do any.
I'm
of
not
that.
saying I have
I know
artistic
that.
skill, but I love art. and
I can assure you that people will continue to learn how to stroke.
I don't. They will stroke their penises. They won't stroke the violin or.
They'll
the
stroke their
guitar or the
penises
pen.
to
Maybe
AI.
they'll stroke. Maybe they'll stroke their violin with their penises.
That would be nice. That would be nice. Maybe they can make art with the penis and the violin, and we can play Mozart's "Lich meinen Ass" in peace.
Seen how many artistic. I'm
Technically sourced.
He wrote a piece.
I
called,
did-
he wrote a piece
I
called
did-
"Lip" somewhere, but yeah.
Unbelievable. That's the same site.
bro.
Instrumental. And I'm not gonna be. Did the other with AI. Did the other with AI.
That could be help us reach new heights.
No,
Everyone
it will
will be.
We've algorithmization.
Here's the
artist, a more racial in this country. Budget got cut.
And
What the
Twist
mask.
lost.
Budget got cut.
And
What the
Twist
Mask.
lost that sense of intrigued by for so much with filth, culture, our art, and NASA's budget getting
I
cut.
didn't care.
Uh,
I
cut.
didn't care.
uh,
100%.
I'm not even necessarily tying back to.
100%.
I'm not even necessarily tying back to let NASA lose.
Yeah, people would be.
Let NASA lose.
Yeah, people would become.
Yes, that's another way.
Like that when I come.
Yes, that's another way.
Like that when I retired, I had the adventure of flying fucking fighter aircraft. When I retired, I had to find something else to fuel that part of my adventurous spirit. That's why I got into storm chase.
Mm-hmm.
Adventurous spirit. That's why I got into storm chase.
Mm-hmm.
Like with say it's not a pragmatic process. Intelligence there could really use, and we.
Not just engineering. Somebody somewhere had to have a bro. All this stuff had to be invented back in the 1960s to enable us to get to the moon.
Alright, let me.
Let's hear. Computers came from that. Microprocessors came from that.
Yeah, and
even
it-
stuff that was mundane as Velcro.
Sure, and
Came
even
from
as
that program.
new medications and new discoveries being made through artificial intelligence, like in the crosshairs, a certain amount.
Can I level?
The answer was
We're talking about these industries getting devastated. But your average person wasn't an engineer. They weren't fucking radiologists. These are now filled with your average college wage slave. Who
Well, I
has
mean,
no ambition. No, it's not gonna.
AI will build the
flat-
pyramid
It's not
for us
gonna
again.
raise the of us. It's
AI
gonna
is
raise the It's gonna raise the bottom standard up. All the
are you
blonde
sure?
midway are gonna. Yes,
AI
because
is
there's
coming for
always
white-collar
there's always
jobs.
gonna be geniuses.
AI
There's always
is
gonna be
calling-
people who stand above.
AI is coming for the doctors and the lawyers first. It's coming for the
Well, the
radiologists.
thing,
It's
you,
coming for
the
yes,
people
thing
who
you
are
have to
educated
remember
first.
right
it's gonna come
now,
for. Yes, it's coming for fields that are already oversaturated.
Doctors are oversaturated.
doctors are
Yes,
not
they are.
oversaturated.
Nurses are not
No,
oversaturated
lawyers.
either.
Holy
Neither are
fuck.
teachers. There's a great
I'm talking about
Nurses and
lawyers.
doctors
I was-
are
teachers.
wildly understaffed.
I was
Yeah.
referring to the lawyers in that conversation, but
Who is a surgeon?
As well as truckers, who unfortunately are also at the risk in the next 10 years of being replaced. And it's the most common profession for men under the age of 50. And receptionists,
so
that's the most common
ultimately-
profession for women.
When it comes to AI replacing professions, what the target actually is the understaffed professions. So even, which I think is absolutely the dumbest thing ever, because how can you have a computer help somebody with their mental health? But it's because we're understaffed and because there aren't enough
Lawyers
You'd have to grok million. I forget the numbers exactly because women have left this profession despite it's a completely like capitalist for-profit structure where they pile as many patients into one hospital as they can. They expect one nurse to take care of all these people. The nurse gets overwhelmed. Maybe she makes a stupid mistake with medication, and then before you know it, she's out of a job. Either she quits or is fired or is sued. And that's the end of it. And same with teachers, with women, where you have these children who are using these phones. They're scrolling. Their prefrontal cortexes are not developed because, unfortunately, they have ADHD, induced quite possibly by can't adequately do their jobs and teach students. I mean, AI can come and flood in and replace that and hopefully help teaching. But what do you do with this major labor displacement and this economic displacement of all these teachers, mostly women, who won't have jobs? Personally, I'm hoping that this will be.
Wait,
will
are you
foster
talking about
I'm
getting
sorry,
women out of the work?
because women will disproportionately be affected by this occupations. Babies, make some fucking men. Don't pretend that.
I have kids. You wanted nothing doing, an board, but it's on your family, folks.
is mad
Need to throw.
Board, but it's on your family, folks.
is mad
Need to throw at you.
We all know that he.
The juice of
Oh Lord.
It would go back to the AI gambling and streaming. If I blow up and it becomes a big thing for me, I'm not.
Do the first 5 times.
Because on the one hand, to ask myself when
There is a project right now. You can find it. There's actually an open source GitHub for it.
I mean, it's still AI though. Like
You said somebody's DeWolf said that AI.
like Google Gemini or Grok or one of them, Google your Gem or whatever it's called, and you could actually print it all. And maybe they just want something on their modern art.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Action. It's decaying our standards and what we're willing.
I'm making that point because she's saying AI is driving down the
I don't know,
value
look
of
at
art.
Hunter
Wait a
Biden.
minute, but that is look, who's like, look at people
That's
and you want to pay them money for care. The institutions care
For
That's
on your to make sure that they
Live-
know. Oh, I know
doesn't
more.
give
well,
a
no. I
And once
I
you
agree.
use AI,
I
what's
agree
wrong
with
with
you
that?
on that. But I
Once you
agree.
use AI,
I agree
what's wrong
with
with
you
that?
on that. But I thought you were saying that all the basic physics behind
Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I took like my 5. I want to hear you talk. I know.
to be a military pilot. Because to be an
Which
officer,
is great. This is not my area.
you have
but
to. Yeah.
Hey, Liv, you know what AI can't tell you?
What? I'm resisting the urge to make a dirty joke. Go on, tell me what it can't tell me. And thank God someone else could voice this question.
You are really making me want to come up there and suck down some race cars meat.
Yes, as long as
You know,
it's
if you had
blue,
left
charred
when we
blue.
first started having this conversation, you'd already be here eating it.
Right?
He wants race cars meat inside his mouth.
Jesus.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, Lord, have mercy on me, a sinner.
Exactly. Ugh.
Hello?
Hello. Okay, Panda. So we throwing down our
I'm not Panda.
everyone else in this bitch. Where the fuck
I'm
you
not-
been? Let's go down.
What
That
would we
that's
throw down
Groove
about
is not
you? Wait,
Panda.
real quick.
I'm not
Panda, have you
Panda.
not been paying
I
attention to our
confuse you.
past?
Everyone who's not with, please just
I don't know yet, Panda.
Your mom.
Glad.
Figure it out.
we disagree.
Here, I do not
Not
want to
tonight.
be religion,
Go
but
on. Oh.
You don't believe that, then by definition, you're not a Christian.
Know that I love Jesus Christ with all my heart. Like, if that doesn't make me a Christian, that's fine.
Wait, hold on. I got a question then. You don't know if you believe in Jesus Christ,
No.
but you know
I
that
don't.
you love Jesus Christ. So how can you
Correct.
love something that you don't know that you believe in?
You can love something that isn't real. Like, I love Jesus Christ. I love Jesus Christ
you
so
really
much.
want to go through he isn't real route?
I don't care whether I have in my heart. And if that isn't enough, that's fine. But when I
That's
die,
different
I will
belief.
be able to look Jesus Christ in the eye and say, like, even when I didn't believe and follow, but I know that.
I believe.
But I know that.
I believe.
Spirit, I do believe in the wine. Spirit, I do believe in the wine.
Who muted me? Who muted me?
I believe that Jeremiah, I never understood a single word he said. Yeah, that shit you do.
Used. Used.
I was too, it's okay.
Panda, you just
This is
fucking
why we
shit
mute
all
you,
over
Panda.
don't realize that. I don't realize that.
Oh my! These are the moments. Oh my! These are the moments that your song is a.
And he was on my phone.
Panda.
Your song is a.
And he was on my phone.
Panda. And yes, I
Tell race car.
and yes, I
Tell race car.
Myself, you fucking off.
It's hard when like 15.
I'm so
Like
Can we consider a reasonable thing to say? Reasonable.
no.
It's a
That's
it's
true.
fraud and what fraud.
As a YouTube Lord of the Rings. I know if you like. I know you like one of
I
those.
have-
things. I imagine not. I was like,
I'm not too. I nickel.
that's 10 years ago. 10 years ago. So it's like about 8 years ago. Basically nothing. I was like, I'm shaking. For some reason,
There are two in Autoland system.
I gotta wheel this bitch, and I got you on the phone. Like, it's a live stream, okay? Just let's luck would have it, Zach streaming, and I got you. Like, I'm guessing I would streaming, and I got you. Like, I'm guessing I would
Get on the radio. Get on the radio.
steal a gun, okay?
Into the head.
Fuck my right.
Or side. Not a yolk. A yolk.
Oh, okay. I hit
You're
it.
gonna come back.
Oh shit! And
It's from what organ?
yes,
The rib
I'm taking-
section of a cow.
It's from what organ?
yes.
The rib
I'm
section
taking-
of a cow.
All right, I'll take some of that meat. Go on. Transport the meat.
Meat in her mouth.
She's dead. Okay, goodbye. I have a semi-important question.
Do you really?
Takes me out. I can't believe it.
How are have you gotten the books for Race Car and myself?
I ordered
Yeah.
them. They'll be a while.
Okay.
he's a libertarian. That's parent choice.
Wise does have an all.
No, I'll
Wait.
take a book as well.
Wait, there's a crayon. Well, that's a waste of. That's a meal.
No, you can look at like it's
The bowl.
30 minutes.
Actual.
Put it.
It's been a while.
And then
We.
Ted Cruz show up in.
If you have a message,
who I'll send
My bridge.
if you have a message,
who I'll send
My bridge is better than his bridge.
I
Mine
got
is
a
taller.
Nigerian
Bridge is better than his bridge.
I
Mine
got
is
a
taller.
Nigerian bridge. From
or it's
yeah. Well,
or it's
yeah. Well,
For its time. For its time. What's the matter? What's the matter? Is this some? Is this some? Is
It's a gateway to homosexuality.
Mm-hmm. preach.
no, it's a libertarian joke. Who's gonna pave the road?
it's a road joke. It's a road joke. It's a road joke. It's a road. If that was really Ted Cruz, I have an important message.
I mean, is that a?
Fire. Fuck you.
No.
Here,
Still got 9 hours to go on my drive.
Aw, well,
Are you-
I'm talking to you.
Are you gonna? So wait, are you gonna go sleep, or are you about to go drive?
No, I'm gonna go back to the hotel and pass out and get up mad early.
Okay,
He's gonna drive in his sleep.
We're trying to get home early afternoon.
gotcha.
Race car gonna jump back in or no?
Early afternoon, all the way from northern Ohio to Texas. Oh, okay.
Actually going to Mass and Lowell
Damn.
leave Friday.
Race car.
We won't.
Slower.
We pretty much drove straight. We had stopped at one point. It was about 4 o'clock this morning, and I just couldn't drive anymore.
Come through. Sounds good.
What was that?
Nothing. I was just waiting to pick a fight. I can't pick a fight because we don't disagree yet. I gotta wait.
Art.
Art. Art is good.
Art. I like art. It's okay.
I like art. It's all
It's a-
right.
Who cares? How?
What's your opinion
wouldn't
on
handle.
Salvador Dali? What's your opinion on Salvador Dali?
He's an interesting cubist painter. Well, in line with
Cubist?
I
Picasso.
thought Dali was
Painting the angst, which is fucked up. Gosh, man, but whatever. What do I fucking know? I'm just some drunk
Plain
shit.
panda.
I've learned all the things.
Panda.
I've learned all the things. Every
probably not.
okay, because every
Probably not.
okay.
Exists back then.
Mhm.
Exists back then.
Mhm.
Well, it's a joke. But actually, let's see. One in 1945, and Israel wasn't created until 1948. So yeah, you're
It
right.
wasn't. Didn't he die like
I
hanging
know I'm
upside down
right.
from a bridge with his own balls in his mouth?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Italian people did that.
Yeah.
No, the
Pretty
mob
hardcore.
did.
Right?
No, the Italian mobs did because the U.S. backed them in order to
The
overthrow it.
Italian people did that.
No, the mob did.
The Italian people did that.
Yeah, a mob of Italian
More
people.
specifically, the
Their
Italian.
mouths.
Yes.
The balls. My God. Yeah, Napoleon wrote a romance novel and Eugenie, and it was a novella. And I don't know. You're welcome. Or did he write something? Well, if someone writes.
In the same way that a lot of modern day writers use speech and text.
Yeah, I agree too. Some people actually get a bug up their ass about this. I don't fucking care. You came up with the words, right? As long as you came up
They're
with the
just
words, I don't
yeah.
care if you wrote it. I don't care if
It's
you
just
typed
a
it.
human. It's just a human speech and text program. Is all that is.
Right, but your brain still did it. It's not like you used AI to generate the fucking book, which is a thing now. Not happy, as I'm sure you can suppose.
It's a tiny
Oh, hey,
aimless,
Zach.
It's a tiny aimless baby eating all night. It's a tiny, tiny aimless, tiny aimless. Who?
You did.
Pizzi's in here. What goes on this side? Yep, and that foot coming down that way. Good. Mommy, gonna bring you food in just a second.
Here. I'm gonna bring the bread out.
Yeah, literally.
There you go.
Literally, while we're talking, just to see how quickly I could generate another song.
Oh my God! See, this is the problem, J-Wall.
It's wild.
Salt in the wood.
Kicking up dust in the danger.
That's twisted.
I'm kidding, J-Wall. It's twisted.
Rolling where the sirens scream.
Yeah, this one does.
Man,
This one definitely has the AI voice. This one,
man, I crave human
The
improvisation.
This one
term
is
uncanny
unbelievable.
valley exists for a reason.
It's true.
listen to this one. This is unreal.
Just kicks up on a 2-lane road. Flat guy turns green. Up, gotta
Continue to rise. Have a very niche set.
I don't need
Or Family Rising. Audio.
Which
With a cracked
Mm.
winch gray and we catch
like
a
I appreciate you asking that question because it's a really good question. Something that is deeply huge, just filling airspace. It's in a spot that I didn't.
There's some new
Sure.
stuff out that does the same, right?
Sure,
Like,
it just hasn't had the
you know,
time. It hasn't aged enough.
Coming back to the whole storm chasing thing, the new Twisters movie, if it's gonna play. There we go. Is it playing?
Yeah, we hear it.
Okay. You know, but there's something else there that doesn't exist in the AI songs.
Maybe.
It's not something I can put my finger on. See the difference. The AI is very technically correct, but there's something about I don't know.
And this is AI?
No,
this
is
is
not.
a real artist.
Okay. I was going to say, the way...
Well, human
hope
voice
you're
isn't
right.
it's not mathematical the same way instruments are, because a C sharp on a guitar is a C sharp on a guitar every time and it sounds the same. A human voice will always have a unique sound even if it is hitting C sharp.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. You see, there's a grittiness.
Yeah.
There's a uniqueness to it. AI
Could
is
it-
homogenized.
Could it be because of his soul?
Maybe, right? I know, right? And there's also an organic fucking organ, which is redundant, but you know, like it's a biological organ generating that sound.
Right.
What worries me is that like the next generation is going to be brought up on AI music. They will just be indurated to it. They won't really have the same distaste for it, perhaps, that we do, because we didn't grow up on this shit. But the next generation will.
You mean like people grew up on banana on wall art?
Mm-hmm. Who knows? Well, banana on wall art isn't typical. That's one thing, and we all know it because it's a meme. It was a successful meme. But like when you go into a doctor's
Modern
office,
art
you see...
doesn't exist. The cold, kitty utilitarianism.
Yeah, but the only modern art we recognize is that which was, you know, kind of flippant and like, oh yeah, fuck it, here's modern art. Like, who else can name anything else other than the banana on the wall and the urinal that was signed by Marcel Duchamp?
The giant butt plug that was passed off as a Christmas tree. The bean in Chicago.
I've never heard of that. Okay.
The guy that jumps and has a paintbrush in his hand and makes streaks on a canvas and calls that art. The bitch
okay.
that
Are we
the
gonna
bit
get-
no, you asked for it. I'm
we
fucking
gonna
giving them
have
to
to
you.
go-
Shut the fuck up and let me get the bitch that pissed all over a fucking canvas a bunch of times and called that art. Same bitch did a fucking period blood art and all it was her leaking all over a fucking canvas. There was another fucking artist that turned their dirty bed sheets into Nah, modern arts are fucking heretics against the very concept of having art. Nah.
Never objected to that. I don't like modern art. I'm not a fan.
Well, then there's the statue.
Oh yeah,
I
the
would take
manure
that over
shoveled
AI.
on top of me. Art.
I would take that over AI any day. I would take fucking piss on a bed sheet and menstrual blood in a goddamn mural over AI art any day.
I fundamentally reject you on that.
Yeah, I fundamentally reject. At least AI is imitating true beauty, whereas that shit is insulting beauty.
Not necessarily. Art
No,
isn't
it
meant
is.
to just necessarily. Is
It is.
art meant to is art meant, and this is where we have to consider the aesthetic movement, is art meant to only create beauty, or is art meant to transgress? And this gets into the meaning of what is art.
Postmodern is
Yes,
bullshit.
it has
No,
it has
it's not. I'm not
transgressed.
Yes,
blurring-
it is.
I'm not blurring lines of meanings between categories. I'm asking, what is art? What is art to you?
That question is a postmodernist question.
No, it is not. This is a basic semantic question. This is a
Hey,
pragmatic
Twisted,
question.
Twisted,
What
turn
is
the fucking
art?
music down. Twisted, turn the fucking
Uh,
music down. I can't
Yes,
hear.
by all means.
What?
Please
Oh
do.
yeah. Okay.
Yes. What is art, Zach? Go on.
Art is a reflection of the beauty in the world and the human soul.
Only
That's
beauty.
what art is.
It runs as deep as beauty.
It
Is that what it
runs
is?
as deep as beauty. And
Okay,
art
I disagree.
Well, we have a fundamental disagreement at a very
sure
deep metaphysical
do.
level.
Okay.
We sure do.
It
'Cause I
doesn't.
don't
It
think
doesn't
meaning
have
is
to
always
be.
beautiful. I do not
It
think
doesn't-
meaning is always beautiful. I think it's raw and gritty and truthful. I think
I do
truth
think-
and beauty are not
That's
always
how we
the
got
same.
the shitty.
So I do think they're
Hold
intertwined.
on. Hold on. I'm stopping it there.
I do think
Go on.
meaning. I do think meaning is inherently beautiful. Maybe not in
Mm-hmm.
a maybe not in a straightforward. The same way a beautiful woman is beautiful, kind of.
Beautiful.
I know.
So
Menstrual blood, feces on a
it
canvas.
doesn't.
Beauty.
It doesn't have to
We're-
be
we're for
beauty
beauty.
to be art. I did buy this for my stream, which is art, but I would not call it beauty. It's more ominous, you know.
I mean, this gets into semiotic territory. Not to go into linguistics,
I don't
but
know what that means.
semiotics is it's the idea that everything is made up of signs and interpretations and symbols, and in order to interpret something we have to consider the signifier, the sign, and the meaning behind the sign. It's admittedly contaminated with postmodernist bullshit, but the idea, I think, has some sort of idea of truth, where we have to consider with art what the artist is trying to convey, what the art actually conveys, and what the art could convey. And in the case of beauty, I do think that's very important to art. But at the same time, some of the artistic pieces that move me the most are not necessarily the artistic pieces that are beautiful. And I do think we have to consider the fact
You're
that
not
even if something
understand-
doesn't move us on a aesthetic level,
Hang on.
it still can
Let me
have
let
a
me
semiotic
let me ask you
value.
a question. Are you
Go on.
are you disagreeing with my proposition that all meaning has beauty, or do you not understand it?
I don't think I understand it. Please elaborate.
Okay. When we say that was a beautiful gesture, we don't mean, oh, you bringing that old lady lunch was like, we're not horny for it. It doesn't make us physically aroused. It's a beautiful gesture because the symbol or the thing being symbolized is beautiful. Okay.
I didn't say it was licentious. Licentious and beauty are not the same thing.
They can, well, they have a lot of overlap.
They could be, they're not the same.
Well, like I said,
Am
they
I
have a lot of
weird that
overlap.
A sunset is not sexually arousing. A naked woman is.
That's the point I'm making. And so when you say, "Oh, this piece of art
You're
moved
not
me,"
making.
huh?
It's a direct divergence from the point that you're making, but please continue.
See, and this is why I think you don't understand my point, because it's not.
Please continue. Okay, continue.
If you say that art is beautiful, even if the thing being depicted on the art is ugly, like let's say it's a absolutely masterful recreation of a battlefield, death,
Sure.
gore, disease.
Menstrual blood, feces, yes.
Not a lot of menstrual blood on the average battlefield, but I digress.
No, but something not beautiful.
I mean, I think a lot of it comes to individual taste on what somebody finds beauty in, right? Like,
No,
most
it's
people
not.
are not gonna look. No, wait, hold on. Most people are not gonna look at a supercell, very ominous sky with potential for massive destruction.
Which I love.
As something
That's one of my
beautiful.
favorite paintings, by the
But
way.
when I approach a storm and I take the photos and the videos of it, it's in my opinion, it is beautiful. It is inspiring. It's
And
the
that's
power that is just residing within that small amount of space, relatively speaking. Supercells are measured on the tens of miles.
Yes, my
right?
sister has a
The-
supercell painting over her fireplace, and it's just one of the most beautiful paintings I've ever seen. I don't know who the artist is, and neither does she, but she found it at a garage sale, and it's just like, holy shit. Like, supercell fucking storms.
concentration of-
Not to derail the
and-
conversation, but I love those.
And I guess I do have that in common with somewhat with art is my photography, because I am a photographer.
Yeah.
When I chase, so I mean, Zach's seen some of my stuff. I think
Yeah.
it's halfway decent.
Yeah, that's not bad. But again, you're missing my point, Twisted. the cell is beautiful. It's not up to taste. What I'm saying is there is an objective, measurable aspect to the symbolism of beauty. And not everything that is beautiful is aesthetic.
That's not what I'm arguing anyway. I'm arguing that art has meaning. It doesn't have to be beautiful.
But there are a lot of people that are going to look at a supercell and not. There are a lot of people that are going to look at it. I'm just using it as an example because of personal experience, but certainly not everybody's going to look at a supercell and see beauty. They're going to see fear, damage, and destruction.
No, but they could see a recognizable pattern. Like, art doesn't have to be beauty, you know what I mean? And I think we're actually getting at the same point twisted.
I don't know what you mean because you're wrong.
I think we are. I think we're in agreement more on that, Liz.
Yeah.
Hello.
But it's okay, Zach. Like, you're allowed to have whatever opinion on art that you want to have. Like, you know, beauty is a fine thing, and it's lovely when it happens in nature, and I cherish it deeply because it's a sign of God. You know, like it's like beauty is in its own way like a trace of God, if that makes sense. Like, I realize that many artists would take issue with me saying that there's a certain artistry in nature. Like, for example, Bob Ross once had this fellow on his show a long time ago, some artist whose name I don't remember. It's funny how people don't consider Bob Ross to be an artist, but the self-same artist on his show who might have been elitist enough to say that Bob Ross is himself not an artist. Like, he was claiming that there is no art in nature, and that art, you know, nature in itself can never have anything artistic. And I just fundamentally disagree with that. Like, I think that
I do too.
Like a sunset, you know, like we're inundated with the art of God. Like, how can you cut open an apple and not like see God? How can you not like look at a flower and not see God? How can you not look at the sky, even if it's fucking random, even if it's overcast, and not just see like the majesty of God or the universe or whatever you want to call it, whatever name, whatever fucking morpheme you want to pin to that fucking label. There's something majestic and meaningful beyond it. And I would call that art, and I would call that, you know, God and nature's God. But, you know, I'm going off on a tangent. Don't get me started. I love this shit. But yeah, even in fear, even in supercells, even in like the ugliest thing, you can find some trace of meaning. And that trace of meaning can be represented in art, even if it's ugly. And unfortunately, even if these stupid asshole leftists want to paint murals with their menstrual blood and their feces, I can still find it in my heart to call it art. But that means that I also have the right to criticize it and to say, yeah, your art is garbage. Like, you can call it art. By all means, call it art. I just think your art is fucking trash, and don't put it in my house because I won't have it represented on my walls.
Liv, I DM'd you a few of my photos.
How is that art? But
I will pick it up. Well, it depends. That's another whole nother category.
No, explain me how randomly flinging shit and menstrual blood on a blank canvas is art, but in AI is.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that all AI art isn't necessarily art, but it depends on how we're defining art. How would you define art? Because art has some sort of meaning behind it, right?
I think AI art could be considered art if you prompt the generator with something creative out of your own mind rather than just something, you know, draw me a picture of this.
It's an interesting question because, like, if you were to prompt an AI art, just be like, okay, give me a picture of like like a peach orchard in a sunset in Australia, and put a possum in the front, and like, you know, put like an airplane going in the background or whatever. And then you get this picture, but then you decide, you know what, I'm not satisfied with this picture. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to alter some of these trees to be a little bit more spare of leaves. And I'm going to make it look like there was a blight that came through over on this side. And you know what, I'm not happy with this color over here. I'm going to change that. And I'm going to go ahead and paint in my own things. At what point do you get to say that this is art? Because, yeah, you didn't start with something that was yours, but you did deliberately put it into a digital painting program and you put your own vision onto it.
But
I don't know at what point you would
begs
draw
the
the line.
question, do you have to physically move a device, whether a paintbrush or a mouse or a pen or whatever, to create the art?
Sure.
Does
It
have
also
to be
brings
by
up the
your own
question
hand?
of
But if you only
I
do that
don't
for a
think it
minute,
does.
maybe.
You know?
I mean, I guess it depends on like how deliberately you crafted the vision, and unfortunately, there's just so much gray area. Like it's like an asymptote, you know. Like at what point do you reach infinity? At what point do you reach non? You know, you can't find the detectable moment where art becomes non-art, and it's a very murky gray area. And it's a question we're all gonna have to ask ourselves going forward because we're at the dawning of a new age.
Here's the thing about AI. It's drawing from a lot of fucking people when it does AI art.
Yeah, who didn't consent.
Yeah, but
Okay,
if you draw upon enough people and mash them all together, does it become its own thing?
Who knows?
At what point does that mashing 1,000 different pieces together make something new?
Well, there are a whole lot of questions with AI because right now we're just the beginning of it with the large language models, right? This is not true AI. True AI is what's called general AI. And when we reach general AI capability, does that then become an actual life form? Because yeah, it does.
The most interesting
Because it
is
has all
comparing,
of the attributes of a life form, except for being biological.
The thing is also comparing how the AIs are currently being made. There's ones like the large corporations AI, there's small startup AIs, and there's things like you ever see Neurosum on Twitch? It's
I can't say I
basically an AI VTuber, but it was originally created as an AI program to play this one game. It was back in 2020, I think. Yeah, 2020-ish was an originally created AI program to play a game. It was some rhythm music game. They just had to move the dots and all that. Then eventually in 2022, the guy programmed it to start becoming a VTuber. And all the data that the AI is being trained in, it's all been from Twitch chat.
Or AI has been trained on unauthorized content, including copyrighted content from artists, from writers. We didn't give them
I'm not
permission to
talking
use our
about
shit.
that right now. I'm talking about
But I'm again saying that our current, what we call AI, is not properly. It's not AI. It's not.
If we're gonna get
It is a
nerdy,
large
this is more
language
VI than AI.
No, it's a large language model. It takes various input as tokens into the training system, and it's predictive. It's advanced predictive text is what it is. Like I said, we are working on general AI, but we're not there yet.
I said she likes broccoli salad.
When general AI hits, you'll know it, because that's going to be a ball game changer.
Yeah.
I mean,
it already
this is
was.
something? You think this is something? You haven't seen shit when general AI becomes a thing.
Yeah.
AGI.
Now we.
AGI is pretty far out though.
Yeah, it is.
2027, according to the latest blog post.
But it is being worked on.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that's not accurate.
We'll see. We'll see. I have no idea anymore.
What we need is what we really need to approach AGI is a breakthrough in quantum computing. With the ability to use qubits instead of bits, because that will. I mean, the amount of computational power is exponentially increased with quantum.
How do you feel about quantum computing? This is not an area where I know a huge amount about, but I would like to learn more.
I mean, what do you mean? How do I feel about it?
I mean, just generally, how do you feel about it? I don't know enough to ask a more specific question, but I know that
I think it's
have.
a great technology that is being worked on that could revolutionize a lot of things.
Right. You know, what's funny is that I have a couple of friends who work for Google and are engineers, and they're convinced that quantum computing will bring about the end of the world, and they're very worried about it. Unfortunately, when they tell me about it, they go way over my fucking Luddite.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I think, like with any highly advanced technology, it depends on how it's used, right? Nuclear weapons, for instance, they could have brought an end to the world.
Right.
They still could. However,
They haven't yet.
the effect over since
Indeed.
1945 has been that no great powers have ever gone to war since the advent of nuclear weapons.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a time of relative peace since 1945 between the great powers
Right.
because
right.
of nuclear weapons.
Uh-huh.
So,
Oh,
in reality, as much as this may sound weird, nuclear weapons have done a lot of good in the world.
Not to mention, we also nuclear power.
Well, I'm not talking about nuclear energy. I'm talking about nuclear
I know.
weapons specifically.
Specifically.
Pacific
they-
Rim
they have-
Jobbedly.
They have
Specifically, that's a
prevented-
good pun. Even
Yeah.
the root of Pacific
Yeah.
being peace.
They have unilaterally eliminated war between great powers since 1945.
So far.
Mhm. Hopefully,
Yeah,
that's
so
what kills
far.
me, because that's such a small window of time when you think about like the whole window of history. I have no idea what to think, just because like several decades is like, okay, well, what does
Right,
that
but when
mean?
you look at the exponential increase in technological level
Right.
since the advent of the industrial era,
Mhm.
that's a pretty long time frame,
Mhm.
right? We didn't have the capability of destruction on the level of great powers back in the 1600s.
Mhm.
The technology just didn't exist. You know,
Right,
you didn't
right.
have machine guns, aircraft, blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
Right, and so nuclear weapons, in a way, put a stop to that level of destruction because of
Mhm.
threat of a greater level of destruction.
That reminds me of Steven Pinker's book, The Better Angels of Our Nature, which was a fucking hefty tome, but he was talking about how, like, in the past we had, if you were if you were to compare the instances of human violence on a civilizational level to a forest fire, nowadays we have like we're closer together and you're more capable of lighting the forest on fire and setting everyone ablaze. Back in the day, like, yeah, you had more sources of fire, but the forests were not as close together, so it wouldn't light everyone ablaze. And I worry that we've crossed that threshold where if one person fucks up, like, the whole world's just gone, if that makes sense.
Right, but the reality is the reason that nuclear weapons have prevented war between great powers is no matter how crazy these fuckers are, they know it's the end of them too, right? If
Yeah.
if Putin's little saber rattling over there, if he actually decided to push the button, he knows that's the end of Russia.
Yeah, I don't actually worry about
You
Putin as
know?
much, and I'm saying that as someone whose husband is from the Republic of Georgia, and like my family is living in Georgia, like next to Turkey, south of Russia, and we're well familiar with how fucking Putin likes to invade bitches.
Right.
Like my husband
But-
fucking shot and killed.
But even Xi,
But, like,
Putin,
I know,
you name it,
him more, it's
whoever,
crazy.
none of them are crazy enough to pull that trigger, right?
Right, but that's the thing.
The ones that make me a little bit concerned. I would even say that even
You're about to say what I want you to
fucking
say.
little Rocket Man over in North Korea. I don't think he's crazy enough to pull the trigger because he know that
Agreed.
would be the end of North Korea. Worry me. They don't
worry
want
about
the
the
end
UK.
of Iran.
Mhm.
I worry about the non-state actors getting their hands on nuclear weapons.
Interesting. I worry about the UK. I worry about these Europeans, like Jay
Even
Vincent.
then, as nuts as they are still not. They might be suicidal at a individual level, as in like suicide bombers, blah blah blah, but they're not societally suicidal. They want to spread their society, not end it.
I don't know. I don't
So they
know.
know that would end their society along with everybody else's.
I wonder
but
if
like
they
I
don't care
said,
about
it's-
martyrdom more. You know?
It's my concern that the non-state actor, the ISIS, the terrorist, is going to get their hands on a weapon and set it off, and either simply create destruction at a massive scale, or create an impetus for retaliation by the target by false flagging it being an act of another country. So, like,
that is a risk too. Yeah.
ISIS setting off a bomb in New York, but making it look like Russia did it.
Sure. That's
Right.
all warfare is deception.
That is one of my biggest concerns when it comes to igniting a true world war.
I don't even particularly think any Islamic state would be stupid enough to use nuclear weapons.
No, not a state. That's what I was saying. A non-state actor.
Yeah, they won't, because the state has to think about certain things, like they're not the only ones with nukes. And I guarantee you,
They'll lose their power if they use a nuke. They'll die if they use a nuke.
No, if they use nuke, we'll nuke Mecca.
I wish we would. That's a wet dream. But like, what I worry about is that like with these people, they say openly, we love death more than the infidel loves life. What if they're serious? What if we take them at face value? What if they actually mean that?
They do on an individual level, but not on a societal level. They want to spread their ideology. They don't want to
the
end
global
their
caliphate, you mean?
ideology. They don't want to end their ideology. So if they can...
So, left-wing Jesus, I agree. It is, to a certain extent, a sales tax. That's not inaccurate. The manufacturers, the shippers, the stores, they usually do pass the cost onto the consumer, unless the good is made in America. And the fact is, the companies, before the consumer pays the increase in product goods, the company pays it. The company pays it first, and then they pass the cost in the U.S. And unlike, it seems like most people in this country nowadays, I'm willing to suffer some short-term pain, even medium-term pain, even if it takes 5, 6, 7 years. I'm willing to suffer that pain of higher costs in the meantime so that we can bring manufacturing jobs, farming jobs, all of these skilled craft jobs back to American shores. I'm willing to suffer that pain for the long-term benefit. So I'm pro-tariff. And it's not anti-free market. It's literally the same shit everyone else does. That's like saying having a border is anti-immigration. No, it's the same shit everyone else does. There's reasonable restrictions on a market, and there's reasonable things you do to prevent other countries from destroying your own country's workforce. Miss me with that anti-free market shit. You're a leftist. You don't even believe in free markets.
Oh.
Back, Zach.
Playing tabletop stuff too? Oh, hey, Zach.
Hello.
Hola.
Hey, Zach, question for you.
Do I have to? What?
We're gonna do that D&D thing you said you're talking about last year.
I am gonna do that someday. It is entirely a matter
He said it
of.
was gonna probably go.
It is entirely a matter of my brain.
And planning.
It's entirely a matter of his brain. You heard him.
It is entirely a matter of my
Time?
brain.
Time?
It's true. On a very basic level.
So is this something that you're actually wanting to DM, or and like actually create like your own world and quests and all that shit?
Yes.
I think so, by the sound of it, yeah.
Yeah, I would just need help I would need help from someone to do like set up all the mechanics and make sure it was balanced.
I'm good with the logistics.
Maybe
side of
talk to
that.
EOD.
I've
Maybe
balanced out.
talk to EOD. He's been DMing shit lately.
Yeah. I most likely am gonna just use. I have a resource that's like a family member that I'll probably fall back on, but EOD is definitely a possibility.
Do you have any win? Or is it still
Do I have any what?
wins?
Wins.
Fleshlight Worlds.
Like, when is it gonna happen?
Oh, when? No, I don't, because I have so much shit. Well, actually, you know what? Here, actually, I will tell you, as soon as I replace my full-time job income, as soon as I can quit my W-2, it will probably happen within months after that, because I'll have 45, more like 46, 47 hours of my week, which is obviously all waking hours, freed up.
There you go. Always be selling.
In other words, later.
God, bitches.
In other words, later, but I'm making moves. I'm trying. I'm hoping.
Yeah, no, I know you are.
I'm really hoping that within the next calendar year, I am able to quit my full time. Like, hopefully I have some stuff lined up that's gonna make it possible.
Zach, I have a recommendation for the short term.
What?
We should all watch Happy Gilmore 2 together.
No.
What, like on... Wait, did you just say no? Did you just say no, Twisted?
Yes, I did.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't like comedies.
I knew you had no soul.
I haven't seen Happy Gilmore 1 or 2. I'm gonna completely.
I like stand-up comedy, but I don't like comedy movies.
What's your favorite stand-up comedian?
At least there's some redemption to be had.
I love stand-up. I fucking love stand-up, but I
What's your favorite
don't.
stand-up?
But as I was saying, that
Oh, of all time,
I've made my
Dennis
own,
Leary.
Your favorite stand-up
Yeah, I like
Hang on. We cannot have like 3 different conversations happening concurrently. You guys know it all becomes digital mush, and it sounds like someone's shoving
I know,
dick made of potato in my ear.
I was answering a question that was asked.
Well, yeah, but like 2 other people were talking underneath you, Twisted. You obviously didn't hear them, but they were.
That's right, because they were beneath me.
As they should be, yes. Thank you.
No, my favorite of all time stand-up is probably Dennis Leary.
I like Dennis Leary. I heard he
Current?
got called out for being a joke stealer. I don't know if that's true though.
I don't know about that.
Every
current stand-up,
comedian
probably
pretty
Matthew
much
Rice.
has been accused of that.
Damn it.
Probably Matt Rife.
AI?
Current.
Matt Rife is okay. I feel like a lot of like Matt Rife's appeal is he's not even like super funny. He's just like really real, you know, like he's just chill as fuck and he interacts with people at a very human level.
How about Bert Kreischer?
No idea who that even is.
That's the I Am the Machine guy.
Oh, okay.
The bear guy?
Meh.
Yeah.
I think, yeah,
He's kind of meh.
Yeah, he's meh. Not good, not bad. He's got the machine bit, which was funny. That's like his one, you know. That's
You know who
obviously
I
what he's known
absolutely
for.
You know who I absolutely despise as a stand-up comedian that everybody fucking loved was
Amy
fucking
Schumer?
Seinfeld. I hate Seinfeld.
He's
He's a fucking retard.
I never could get.
Strong words.
I never could. I
Never
could
liked him
never-
either.
I could never get into Seinfeld.
Into you.
I could never dig it either way. I'm just like, this is boring, gay, lame shit. Give me something else.
How good is
Let's bring it
how
on.
good is Joe Rogan as a stand-up
Jerry
comedian?
Seinfeld seems.
Joe Rogan's pretty good in my opinion.
He's all right.
Yeah. The clips from his freaking pod.
I noticed Left Wing
Well,
Jesus
see
never
how it's-
replied to me when I answered. Huh.
Left Wing Jesus.
Yeah,
Interesting.
which
Oxymoron.
is a yeah, I was about to say which is a heretical statement, but
And an oxymoronic one.
I was gonna say, don't be afraid. Go on. Reply to whatever.
I think it's
About,
I probably
anyone-
stumped him because he was challenging me on the tariff shit, and I was like, yeah, bro, I'm aware the tariffs are going to cause some short-term pain. I'm willing to endure it for the long-term betterment of my society. And he's probably not
Yeah,
used to
sure.
someone taking that just in your face, yeah, it's going to hurt approach.
Low conscientious motherfuckers. Like, yeah.
Like, yeah, it's gonna hurt, and I'm okay with that. And anyone serious about maintaining a society should be too.
Fucking gains.
Well,
Country gains.
I mean, I don't know much about the terrorists, but yeah, I do think like short term is fun for long term. But I was curious, Twisted, what do you think of the stand-up comedian Ali Wong?
Don't know who that is.
He doesn't listen to
You don't
women.
wanna.
Right.
As he shouldn't.
As he should. You can't get mad at us, Twitch. A woman said it.
I know. I should have been born a man. It's a shame. A woman with a high T. It's a shame.
Taylor Tomlinson's actually not too.
Transition
too bad
is
as a-
legal.
as
Yeah,
a
but I'm a woman.
female
I've birthed
comedian.
3 children. I've given birth to 3 kids. Like, I'm an hourglass. Who?
Did I live?
And Twitch is also a
No.
bundle of sticks.
Liv, did I tell you that I sent you some photos in your DM?
What was that? The one with you with 3 dongs in your mouth, or 2?
That was with 4.
I did not get that one. You need to resend that. Thank you. Yeah, I'll take a look. I'll take a look. See, pics in my inbox. I have to like file them and keep them straight.
Yeah.
6-inch, 7-inch,
Yeah.
12-inch.
I bet you're.
325.
I bet
inch.
you're
What?
good at. I bet you're good at keeping them straight too.
Straight, yay, bye, whatever. You know, whatever letter of the alphabet. They're all crooked at this point.
Just a little left-hand curve.
That's what they all say.
That's what they all say? Gross.
That's what they all say. Whatever that means.
Like dick.
No, that's just a theory.
Dick theory.
Yeah.
Also, who here misses Matt Pat? I do.
I don't.
Who?
Mudpad?
Who?
Matthew Patrick. Matt Pat.
I was gonna say Mudpad sounds like a good social media app. Yeah, it's
I
going
miss
Mudpad,
him.
guys.
He's retired from game theory and film theory, but he was kind of a legend on YouTube.
He wasn't a legend. He was popular. There's a difference.
If he was a legend, then I would definitely have known about him.
Think of like it's just a theory, a game theory. He was the one that created that. Yeah.
Game theory. Oh shit, I'm interested.
He was definitely popular.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Liv, you kind of remind me of even though you're very different from her, you kind of remind me of the American author Ayn Rand.
Ayn Rand? Interesting. What about her? Are we talking the Fountainhead Ayn Rand, or are we talking like Atlas Shrugged Ayn Rand?
Well, it's just she was just so intellectual and
Aw,
quirky
thanks for it all.
in a way.
I appreciate you. I'm just drunk.
I think Panda's got himself a crush. Hillary
Yeah.
Clinton,
Yeah, I think
cry
so,
your
too.
heart out.
Panda has taste in women. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, I'm old as shit.
Oh yeah, Panda has taste
I
in women. That's why Hillary Clinton jerk off Spurg.
Yeah, well, you know, we'll just ignore that.
Quite frankly, I believe Zach should show cock.
Man, I'm telling you, it's a shame that Christopher Hitchens was such. It's a shame that Christopher Hitchens was such a flaming atheist, because I think aside from the atheism, what's your fucking name, Zach? I think Zach would really like Christopher Hitchens if he wasn't a flaming atheist, because he was so adamantly against Hillary Clinton, so utterly scathing against the left in so many different ways that cut them deep. Oh my god, feminism. Like,
Zach,
he was
stand
the
up
OG
and show us the
guy
cake.
who just rubs salt in their wounds, but then he just didn't fit neatly into their fucking box, because he's like, yeah, but I'm also an atheist, sorry, right? And then that just fucking didn't work out. Ugh,
Zach,
fucking
stand up and show us
iconoclastic
the cake.
motherfucker. Sorry, what was that?
Well, the other reason I compare you to her is because she also said,
I am so erect right now.
holy shit.
Where do you come up? What AI do you use, Nader?
A bunch of different ones.
Okay, because whatever you're using, if it's free, I would like to use it because I would like
It
to
is
use
not free.
Zach's voice and overlay it and have him saying some pretty damning things.
I'm glad you finally
Quite
admit
frankly, I
that
believe
you
Zach
would
should
be,
show cock.
that you would be malicious
like
with
dick.
AI. That's we're making progress.
Excellent. Write that down.
But yeah, but I mean,
I already have
those are,
Zach's
like,
voice
pretty
cloned in one of my AI
realistic.
apps.
I could actually imagine Trump saying that.
I actually have Zach's voice cloned in one of my
Hey,
AI
Nader.
apps already.
Honestly, I feel like
Who the fuck is Nader? Nader? The fuck? Nader, as
Yes.
in tornadoes.
His name was Twisted Natter.
Oh my god.
He climbed Jacob's ladder. His
Nader.
boyfriend Steel glistened to the dick.
we have people
Twisted was
that are
listening.
stupid.
Why is your name
Do
Nader
do do
Hunter,
do
not
do do
Nader
do do
Aviator?
do do.
Your name should be Nader Aviator.
That's a good rhyme.
No, it's not.
No, well, I'm not doing better at this hour.
Well, but anyway,
Nader masturbator.
Well, I just did,
Aviator.
and no one seemed to appreciate that. Fuck y'all.
I am so erect right now.
At least it would rhyme. Nader Hunter is good, but Nader Aviator just there's something catchy about it.
Nader masturbator.
See you later, masturbator.
Only when
Been a
my
while,
girlfriend's at work.
pedophile. Everyone missed that? Okay, good.
I got it. I just was busy stretching.
Yeah.
Once it was reluctantly aroused. It was hard to get it aroused, and it is hard to get it aroused, but we got it aroused.
Upon a time. One literal time.
Once upon a midnight dreary, as I blew my load weak and weary.
And we're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
Wi-Fi just decided that was going to be the time it crashed.
Wait, what was I saying before Twisted started doing his Trump thing? Does anyone here remember what I was saying?
I'm thinking of something naughty, but yeah, hold on. I can't. Nope. Nothing.
Oh, I know. I think I was saying Liv. The other reason I compared you to Ayn Rand is because she liked to be called an honorary man.
Ah, okay. Well, you can call me an honorary man. Sometimes I wish I was a man because it's like, fuck, that joke would have been so much funnier if I was a fucking dude. But the moment I fucking talk, it's like, oh shit, this bitch is a woman. Like, oh, I hate it. Don't be a goddamn soprano. Oh,
I think
well.
everyone. Does everyone on this call agree she's an honorary part of us?
You should
Part
see
of our
how
gender?
huge my balls are. They're like all three of them are huge.
I
They're like
absolutely
fucking golf
do
ball
not
size.
agree that Liv
All
is an
three of
honorary
mine are
man.
huge too.
I appreciate you, Zach, but I don't know, man.
Panda,
All three of
Liv
mine
is
are
way
huge,
more of
too.
a man than you'll ever be.
We have the best tornadoes, the hugest
Thank you.
tornadoes, only the
You
best of storms. If you
You
feel
should
it,
just
chase it.
Oh, it's true, man. It's true. Got all this shit. I put 11.
All three of my balls are huge too.
My doctor if it was weird that one of my balls was bigger than my other two, and then he said it might be cancer, and I said, you shut your commie mouth.
Mm-hmm. And you slapped him in the ass and yanked his hair back.
Yeah.
That's pretty gay.
That's how my doctor's appointments go.
Isn't that what his doctor did to him? I mean, that's what happens to y'all at MEPS, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
MEPS
I
is
didn't
like
have
the
to-
weirdest fucking
I
job
didn't,
interview.
I didn't have to do MEPS, so
I
being on
did,
the opposite side.
dude.
I had to get a physical, but it's not MEPS. You know, it's different process.
Dude, the day before I had to go to MEPS, I had this gigantic fucking cyst on my knee. When I say gigantic, I mean picture like a clementine, like an orange, like a golf ball, you know? And it was hanging off my goddamn knee, because at the time I was a stripper, excuse me. And I had to get this bitch off my knee in order to get off the, in order to fucking go into the military and not be homeless in a matter of weeks. So my friend was an EMT. He came over to my house. He was like, I'm going to try to fucking cut this shit off your knee, or at least drain it with my syringe, because he was trans, thank God, and he had testosterone therapies, and he happened to have syringes left over. And I was like, thank you, Bane. Help me out, bro. And he couldn't drain the cyst from my knee. He went home, but he left the syringe in my trash can. I took the syringe and I drained it myself in an act of self-surgery like 8 hours before my fucking NEPS appointment. And I fucking bound my knee up real tight. I drained this shit out myself. Like, it was disgusting. I like was spewing this like syringe after syringe into a coffee cup on my nightstand. Just trying to get it down to normal size. Yeah, self-surgery,
I bet that
whatever.
smelled great.
It smelled disgusting, but you know what? When you have no one else in your life, when my stepdad had just died, all my grandparents had just died, my best friend had just killed themselves. Literally everyone in my life just died. And I had to figure out how I'm gonna save my cats, because I had like 6 cats who were like the only people or things, animals that mattered in my life at all. And I was living in this house that was built in like 1706. Like in fucking New Jersey, in the middle of the woods, and I had to figure out how the fuck am I gonna save everybody. Military's the only option. I'm like a 26-year-old stripper, right? So I drained this fucking cyst out of my knee, and I bound it up with whatever clothing I had, elevated it, iced it. Next morning, gotta go to MEPS. I noticed that the cyst is filling up, and I decide, fuck it, we gotta play dirty here, because I don't know at what time the doctor is going to inspect me. I just know that if he's paying attention to my knee, I'm fucked. We need to wear some fucking racy ass underwear. So I wore some black, lacy fucking underwear. Just like, all right, we're gonna junk walk across this fucking floor, right? So I got down, I squat, and like, I was like, when I tried to go to fucking in the Air Force when I was 18, and I managed to get out, long story short, I pretended I was gay, because it was the Obama administration, and my parents were forcing me to go in the military, and I didn't want to go. But he remembered my ass, but like, he liked me for some reason, I guess, and he was like, oh, you don't have to do the rest of the exercises, don't worry about it, you passed, it's all good, and he didn't bother to inspect my fucking knee. Thank fucking God, because if he had fucking inspected my knee, I would have been so fucking out, because I could feel it swelling as I was waiting to fucking go and do that stupid ass duck walk, and I was fighting dirty. But God damn it, I don't know why I'm telling you this fucking story, but like, God damn it, whatever advantage you gotta use to just get through the system and not be homeless, fucking do it. I'm not doing
You know, once you go through MEPS, every other job interview feels a little weird, because then you don't have to show somebody your butthole.
Dude, it's fucking nothing. It's nothing. I'm just like, yep, all right. Like, come on in. Like, what, are you gonna ask me questions? Like, go ahead. Humiliate me. I've been so humiliated. Like, I don't even fucking care. Ask me whatever you want. Like, that's the military for you. Kind of wish it worked out, but that's all right. God bless my colon. My ass, if you were. Silence.
And
Yes.
then, hello.
Also, Zach, why haven't we been
friend.
why haven't we been watching streams?
I'll be back.
Not
I need
watching
another
videos
drink.
on stream today.
I don't
'Cause he
know,
doesn't
Panda.
fucking want to.
There's a bunch of us degenerates talking in Discord.
Yeah, but now we don't. I mean, unless there's a new topic. But if there's no new
Jesus.
topic,
Panda, you are
Panda,
really
we don't
living
want to
up
watch
to
over your
blame
video.
Panda.
him right now.
Stop being an idiot. You rub your one brain cell with your hand.
I have way more than one brain cell, bro.
He
Not
asked
me.
more.
I'm glad you
No,
do.
no. I think you have brain cells and chromosomes.
He's had a
mixed
couple.
up.
He's had a couple. He's got a couple.
Of chromosomes? Yeah, I think so.
I would
Might have a few
I would
chromosomes to
physiologically.
be extinct if I had less than like millions of brain cells. Like that's a neurological, physiological fact.
I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be back.
Way.
I know
Fair
that
enough.
feeling.
Also, who changed my name to Potato Made Out of Dick?
Potato made of potato made of dick.
That's a high protein potato, but not high carb dick. Okay.
What does that mean?
Potato made of dick.
In
I'm
so
glad you
Zach,
enjoy. I'm glad you enjoy that thing I came up with, my friend. All for you, buddy.
If JD Vance runs in 2028, will you support him if Trump doesn't release the Epstein files?
JD Vance?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
There are some Trump supporters who are skeptical of Trump and his administration because of the fact they haven't released the Epstein files yet, to my understanding. But yeah, it seems as though you wouldn't hold that against JD Vance.
I don't know. I'm a man of the world. I think it's important to vote for the best you can get. What would be a better question is, hey, Zach, if they don't release the Epstein files, are you going to ever vote for a president again? Because that one is up for debate.
Yeah.
Man, it's interesting because with the case of Epstein, like I'm full force ready to be like, okay, Epstein didn't kill himself. I've been saying it for a while, but the thing is I have to also ask myself, as a thinking person, what evidence would it take for me to convince myself that Epstein actually didn't kill himself? I have to honestly ask myself this question.
Right.
Like, what if he actually did not kill himself? Like, what if for some freak accident, or what if he did actually kill himself? What if he really actually did, despite the fact that the circumstantial evidence is just so weird, which it is? Like, we have to be intellectually honest enough to admit that, okay, maybe he did kill himself, but it's become such a meme now. It's become such a movement now that it's kind of hard to come down on that side, even if all the facts
here's what I would say to that. Even if Epstein killed himself, Epstein didn't really kill himself. Do you know what I mean?
My spirit knows what you mean. My logical brain would like.
So what I mean by that, so I'll clarify. Epstein was, even if he physically is the one who took his own life, he was forced into that position because his backers allowed him to get caught or allowed him to suffer consequences. They threw him to the wolves to hopefully spare their own skin. And so we still need to find the people that were protecting him so that he was able to do that as long as he was able to do that. We still need to, because here's the thing. It's so fucking absurd to me that the Trump administration is trying to say there is no fucking list. Okay, then why was Epstein, and why was he in jail, and why is Ghislaine in jail? If there's no list, if there's no clients, then release Ghislaine. Don't, because she fucking trafficked kids to pedophiles. Like, what the fuck do you mean there's no list? We're fucking we know you're lying to us. Stop fucking lying and fucking hunt some pedophiles.
Yeah. Not hard.
Throw them motherfuckers in wood chippers.
So yeah,
honestly, I don't even think throwing them to the wood chipper is better. I'd say dump them off in the middle of the fucking ocean.
That'd be a good reality TV show. Like, let's see who can swim the farthest. Put a drone over there.
No, the wood chipper actually would be better. Feet first and televise it. And I don't care, especially if it's a bunch of wealthy elites, feet first and televise it. And make it clear, if we find you doing this in our country, this is what will happen to you, no matter who you are. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
1500s. They live again.
Yes.
I'm a very 1500s justice kind of person. Like, I'm an Old Testament motherfucker.
Well, that's panda territory now.
No, it's not. He hasn't even read his own book.
I haven't read all of the Old Testament, but I've read most of the 5 books of Moses. I've read most of the Torah,
The
the
Pentateuch.
Nevi'im and Ketuvim, the prophets and writings. I've read part of it, but I haven't read all of it. But I'm trying to read more of it.
I'll remember that for when I'm arguing with you arbitrarily for some reason.
While you're reading it, I recommend you give Isaiah a few reads. Like, forward and backwards several times.
Which is an interesting book. Isaiah was at least among atheists, it's an interesting book. It's so weird to be swimming among those circles, because like I kind of came to like my like Orthodox faith as someone who was totally steeped in secularism and the new atheists, and like just I've read, I can't say I've read everything by Sam Harris, but I've read like 3 of his books, like Waking Up, On Lying, and The Moral Landscape, and Christopher Hitchens and Daniel Dennett and all that shit. So it's interesting to like see like hear the other side in recent years. Recent meaning 8 years, but like there's always new shit to learn with Christianity. Like you never, I feel like I'm never done. Like I feel like some new interpretation of some other fucking gospel, and it's like, wow, this is actually really interesting, and I don't know shit. I'm always at the crest of the Dunning-Kruger like effect. So I'm just gonna like just keep listening and keep praying and keep silent when people talk about God.
Have you read Richard Dawkins?
Yeah. What book? I've read The God Delusion by Richard Dawkins. I've read some of his he edited the new Oxford something or rather of science education. I read his articles in there. I read various articles by him. I've read some of The Selfish Gene. What's up?
Didn't he recently pass away?
It wasn't recent.
No, he's alive. He's alive.
Richard wait, how? Hang on. He's thinking of that other new atheist.
I was gonna say he's a fucking alive.
The guy that died of throat cancer. What was it? Was it Hitchens? It was Hitchens.
Well, Hitchens died in 2011. That's not recent.
No, I
rest his soul.
thought Dawkins died recently. Okay, never mind. I was mistaken.
No, he's still or Dawkins is alive. I wish Hitchens was alive, but unless he's not.
Why should we read the Gospel of Thomas, Rip Haven? Why would we read that forged text?
I liked the Gospel of Thomas, but I won't speak.
I mean, you can something even if it's fake.
Yeah, I mean, the Gospel of Thomas, I don't know much about its historicity, but I did read a lot of it. It's very short. It's a very short document, so I haven't like actually finished reading it, and I'm kind of ashamed to admit I haven't. But I remember a lot of the excerpts of the Gospel of Thomas being very succinct, like and like succinct to the point of not really knowing how to interpret it. Like, for example, there was one excerpt where Jesus said, "Be passers-by." What does that mean? Be passers-by, you know, like be passers-by of what? And he restates a lot of the New Testament in it. I didn't really take a lot from it, but it was an interesting piece of like historical literature. And I guess what's up? I'm sorry. I mean, if I had more time to dive into it, maybe I would get more from it. But I just kind of grazed it while I was half asleep one night, and I should probably give more time to it.
I'm back. Oh.
Welcome.
Panda's new name is Potato Made of Dick. Does that make him a dictator?
Well, here's the thing, Rip. You don't need the Gospel of Thomas to tell you that. Jesus, in not so many terms, tells you that in the existing New Testament. And in fact, that's why Protestantism largely exists, is because it's very easy to make the argument that Jesus did not mandate a formal church structure from the canon New Testament. That's the reason for the schism.
If you ask Catholics. How do Protestants know? I'm curious though, and I'm not trying to debate, I'm just legit curious. How do Protestants know how to interpret the Word of God if all these different interpretations say something different? Like, if you don't rely on tradition that's handed down from Christ himself, how do you know?
Well, first of all, I think you know the answer to that. The typical Protestant answer. Okay, so you don't know about sola scriptura?
I do know about that, but like
Okay.
that is a, like, what would you call that? A circular argument?
Not really. I don't think circular.
Yeah.
I don't think sola scriptura is circular.
Sola scriptura means relying on scripture alone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that would be circular because I'm talking about how would you know if that is the actual argument that is handed down from Christ if you're only relying on the biblical scriptures themselves. You have to rely on something outside of the biblical scriptures, not sola.
Because chimichangas.
No, you
Yeah, that's
don't.
right.
That's
They're delicious.
that's a fallacious argument. I don't have to rely on
Why?
Why?
Mm-hmm.
It's fallacious because I don't need to rely on multiple pieces of evidence to document any other historical event or belief. I can use one source document. We do that in history all the time.
What other historical event do we do that with?
There's like 2 documents that mention Alexander the Great.
2?
It's
Really?
a little bit, I'm being a little hyperbolic, but you get my point. It's like we have very scant evidence that Alexander the Great actually existed, compared to Christ at least.
Yeah, we'll just ignore the Minoan civilization for now. But I mean, how do you know that, like, the Bible itself and your interpretations of it can lead you to Christ when it bifurcates into so many different Protestant sects who are all warring with each other?
Because it did. I know because it did. How do I know it can lead me to Christ? Because it did. I've never stepped foot in an Orthodox or Catholic church in my fucking life. I was born and bred Protestant, and I arrived through Protestant principles at a deep conviction that Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior. So clearly, it can get you there.
Which he is. And I would love it if you would set foot into an Orthodox church sometime. Because
I have no opposition to it. I think I'd agree with them on a great much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of Protestant sex and
Mm-hmm.
all kinds of sex.
Sex is good. It's true. The Lord invented it between husband and wife.
Fucking twisted. What do you...
This motherfucker right here.
But gets into what Jesus told Thomas on Mount Olive before he was arrested. I got interested with it mainly because when Thomas rejoined the other apostles, they asked Thomas what Jesus told him. Thomas said, "If I told you, you would stone me."
What about St. Patrick? What about the direct lineage for the Orthodox Church from like current day Orthodoxy all the way back down to
What about
St.
it?
Peter?
What about it?
What about that? like the Orthodox Church and the Catholic Church were handed down directly in a direct line of like saints and bishops back down to Christ himself.
Yeah, what about it?
That's the question.
I don't. It's not a question. What about this? Hey, what about this rock that
Did you
exists?
just not give it credence? Did you just not give it credence, or like I'm
When
just
you
curious
say-
how Protestants deal with it? Because here's the thing,
I'm
me,
trying
man.
to understand
I'm not like,
I'm trying to understand your question. When you say, "Do I give it credence?" Like, do I disagree with the history of it, or what by what do you mean? Do I give it credence? And I'm asking this in good faith.
Well, I don't think you give it credence because you're not Orthodox. But like, what I'm curious about is that like with Protestants generally, I'm trying to understand why they choose to bifurcate away. And I invite anyone, not just you, but anybody who would like to just elucidate me on this point. Why do they choose to go away from the teachings that Christ himself handed down to St. Peter all the way through this lineage of like sainthood and bishops and patriarchs? Why do they choose to deviate away from that and say, we're going to interpret the Bible our own way, which results in all these different Christian sects who are fighting with each other, saying that actually, no, it's okay to be gay. Actually, no, it's okay to be trans. Actually, no, it's okay to like fuck whoever you want and to do whatever you want. Like, it seems to lead directly into postmodernism to me, unless we have a bedrock of tradition and foundation, which was not embedded just in scripture alone, which is beautiful and wonderful, but not enough. We need the tradition that Christ himself handed down to St. Peter. But
Hey,
I'm
hey.
just curious how Protestants deal with it.
I don't think you need any kind of religion to have tradition. I mean,
Of course.
That is true. But to
I'm
answer your
atheist
question,
and I have a lot of tradition, and you know.
Of course, right.
To
I would never
answer your
dispute
question, Liv, I do give all of that credence. I do believe that I've heard the historical case, and I actually do think the Orthodox, if we're talking about the one true church, as the Catholics and Orthodox talk about it, I do believe it's Eastern Orthodox.
Mhm.
With that being said, I don't think that Protestants are going to hell. And
Oh,
for
I don't think that either.
And I don't
I don't
think
think
that
that either.
Catholics, right? So with that being the case, do I think it would be better if more people were grounded in a strong religious tradition that had firm roots in the past? Absolutely, I think that. But do I think that's also way less important than just faith in Jesus Christ, because you find your salvation in the cross, not in dressing up a certain way and swinging the incense counterclockwise 5 times and then reversing the direction of the incense and then chanting this specific chant on this specific fucking holy day and wiping your ass always back to front, never front to back? Do I think all of that matters for salvation? Abso-fucking-lutely not.
And neither do the Orthodox. The Orthodox Church does not make salvific claims. So, in fact, Jesus, I think it was Jesus, but also I forget what saint it was, but he said that you'll be very surprised who gets accepted into heaven and who doesn't.
Right.
Because we just aren't equipped to know who's going to be accepted. But these rituals were handed down by Christ because it's a sign of devotion to Christ. Like fasting on Wednesday and Friday. I don't fucking like to do it, dude. I don't give a shit. But it's a way of suffering with Jesus and knowing that yes, I am suffering with you. I am reminding myself of what importance it was that you died on the cross for me. And that's something that I think Protestants kind of lack, because in Protestantism, it's kind of become actually no. God has a standard. He relayed it down. And even if the Bible doesn't explicitly say it, I will gladly shit on them any day. It really helps to have a standard set in stone, even if it isn't explicitly stated in the Bible, of what's acceptable and what's not. Because not everything was relayed necessarily down through the Bible, and what we get is all these different sects of Christianity: Anglicanism, Lutheranism, Presbyterianism, Amish fuckers, Quakers, all these bitches, Shakers, whatever, just fighting each other over what is the right interpretation of God's word. Why don't we just look to God himself and the tradition he handed down through St. Peter, who he made the first bishop, and just rely on his word itself? We don't have to rely just on sola scriptura. We can actually rely on a rich, beautiful tradition that Jesus Christ himself handed down to us.
I think my software is having a spur.
Sorry. That's fine if it is. Don't get me ranting about Jesus, okay? Because I start talking and I just love this. I love talking about the Bible and about Jesus and his love for us and his sacrifice for us. And it's quite possible that I'm wrong. Admittedly, I'm an agnostic. I don't know if there's a God. I just know that, again, I just love Christ for whatever reason. I'm just drawn to Jesus.
I'm just gonna not say anything because you guys are all
That's right, Twisted. You shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity,
all right, Panda, let's go.
Liv, I
Yes?
haven't read it yet, but I'm gonna read it soon. Have you read The Critique of Practical Reason by Immanuel Kant?